Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your lives and enjoying the videos. I hope it's been helpful, and I really am grateful and appreciative to all of you who have constantly been sending me emails of your enjoyment of the videos and that the videos have been helpful to you, and now enjoying, from the looks of it, the new system that we have in the, if you go and visit my site, the VIP club, which includes many of the unlisted videos that are produced, which you just pay a nominal fee, about, I don't know, $5 a month or something like that. The whole year is $22, and you'll have access to all these different unlisted videos. I think there's about maybe 111 of them. I think 10 or 11 of them are still among the public videos for now, but they will also be unlisted soon. But over 100 of them are unlisted. So I hope that you will enjoy them, and soon we'll have this Sunday question and answer sessions that, again, it would be in the form of a webinar that you can ask your questions wherever you are in the world, and you can get a quick answer to alleviate some of your challenges or pain that you're going through your life regarding relationships or decisions of some kind, about the influences of the contents of your consciousness, fear, desire, ego, thoughts, how they react, interact, and how they form the way you deal and negotiate your daily life. Having said that, today I want to go a little bit deeper into a subject that could be very interesting to you. Another angle to look at life and how we are put together, and what it is that makes us tick or stops us from ticking properly and puts us in emotional turmoil and creates a certain kind of a challenge. And my whole plan is, and focus is, to help you to become the master of your own machine, to understand as much as possible about how your psyche works. What is it that makes us feel the way we do? What is it that makes us act and react the way we do in negotiation with the daily life? What is it that we like someone? What is it that we hate someone? What is it that causes all these emotions to come alive? And what are the ingredients that makes us really function, feel, act, react, analyze, and make something out of that, what we feel, in the way we end up turning it into actuality, and realizing if it's really a feeling that we are overwhelmed by it and have no recourse, have no control, or is it something that we can actually have a way of interacting with it in a way that it will not become a hindrance to our way of tranquility and harmony with the universal energy. So the question would be, when the two rivers get together, when a river coming this way and river coming this way, when they get together and interact or overlap or hit into each other or meet, what happens to the current? It's one river coming this way, one flow of water through the river coming this way. What happens? Where is the direction of the water? So that's what we are going to be thinking about, talking about today, and see if we can kind of make sense out of this whole thing. And could it apply to our life? Can we use it? Is it something that would be of use to us? That's the basically purpose of our discussion today. It may or may not be interesting to you depending on how deep you want to get into your psyche and to the understanding of the cosmos, and to understand a little bit more than what our physical being has been able to focus on in this journey of life and in relation with nature and the universe. So, we know that how we feel is because of how we think. And the thinking really is a bunch of sparks of neurons and how they connect, and the material process in the brain, which again based on electrical pulses. And what are those electrical pulses that through material process and certain configuration is turned into an emotion, which is turned and translated in our machine into a thought, which again turns into an action, and so on and so forth. What is the basics of that action? What is the basis of how we feel? If we go back through what we just talked about, we come to the fact that there is, the basis of it is energy, is the pulse, is the energy, is the flow of energy. Now, electrical energy, spiritual energy, ki, chi, mystic energy, cosmos energy. Whatever it is, we know that the basis of all emotions and thoughts and actions that turns in something that we end up interacting with it physically is also not limited to thought being made out of energy. Everything else that we come to contact with and interact with it in a solid form also comes from, basis of it is energy. So if that's the case, everything that we deal with in life is about energy. Like what you eat, before it can make some muscles in you, before it can do anything for you, before you can use that to run with it, to play sports with it, to do your daily, day-to-day life with it, whatever it is that you need to do, what you eat turns into energy first. This physical being transforms that material, that product, that whatever it is that you consume, through whatever it does, but eventually, before you can actually use it for your well-being, for your whatever it is you want to do, it has to be refined and turned into energy, and that then helps you and makes you capable of the material process, the neurons hitting on, and certain sequences of events and electrons and electricity or neutrons, whatever it is. I'm not an expert in that, but you know what I'm trying to say. And that turns into your thoughts and material process and then emotions and so on. But before that, the food turns into energy before this physical being becomes what it is. We understand that. I think we all agree. But isn't that true that before we can come up with a thought, before we feel an emotion, before an emotion is created within us, the existence of that, then to thought and our consciousness, all of that all the memory and everything, they're all in the form of energy that it can be stored up here. Otherwise, we don't have space if everything in its own original shape is going to be deposited here. You're not a library with thousands and thousands of physical books with thousands of pages in them. Then they need space. Well, we have only so little space, yet we have billions and trillions of articles of information. How is it that it's so much information can be condensed and housed in such a small physical space? Because again, they are stored in the form of energy. And in the form of energy, you can store this amount of information in this much space, or this amount of information in this much space, or this amount of information is then in this much space. Because the way that energy can be stored, it depends on how the storage is configured. In the same way that computers, in the days that I used to be working for a computer company that was like about 40 years ago, a computer system for a major newspaper of the city was from here to 20 meters away. This thickness of the machine, go 20 meters alongside connected, that would give you the power of 164 bytes of memory, when it was like 20 years ago when these computers started becoming something, 30 years ago or 37 years ago. But now you've got terabytes of memory in a small piece of physical container, because they have learned how to condense the energy into smaller physical container. So same thing. How could we have housed all that energy in such a small space? Because energy and electrical pulses and so on, it can house lots of information in a small area. So which means, what I'm trying to get at is that all the memory, everything that you remember, although you see them as pictorial, as we talked about in other videos, but they are all in the form of energy. What affects you is the energy from the memory. Even though you see a picture of it, or you remember quotes, whatnot, everything that touches you and affects you is the energy of what you see or what you remember. So the whole memory, as well as when you eat something, turns into energy before you can use it and consume it and turn it into something that's useful for you. Memory is also energy. So, although we spoke that our entity is made out of, our existence made out of mind and the body we know is flesh and bone and so on, but then yet we still know all that flesh and bone did come from a pulse of electrical energy to begin with when we were conceived, and then that energy is what gives us that physical shape and so on. We also know that the mental abilities and capabilities all also stem from the energy. So even though we are made out of mind and body, energy, which we say mind and thoughts and so on, and the body, they both are made out of one thing. Our existence is in two parts: thought and spiritual understanding and feeling and energy, and the physical appearance and physical being, but yet they're both made out of energy. It is the energy of your memory that makes you feel bad or good. You remember your ex, you remember the energy of the ex in that particular context, whatever your memory is. You remember your father or mother who has passed? It's the energy of it that affects you. The pictures are just pictures. If there are no energy on it, the picture has no effect on you. When you capture a moment, when you go on a travel with your family, and you keep clicking these pictures, what do you think you're trying to capture? Is it the physical presence of you on that ocean or on that background of whatever it is, wherever you are vacationing? Yes, it gives you the parameter of how it looked, but really, what is it that you're trying to capture with that picture? It's the emotion of the moment. You're taking the picture to capture and record the emotion of the moment, which is the energy of the moment. The whole life feels good or bad because of the energy that is stored in the memory fragments that we have in our consciousness. So, how important is understanding and dealing, negotiating, interacting with this energy is what makes you feel sad or happy, successful even if you don't have any money, or not so successful even though your home is made out of gold. It's about the energy. To know what and where does this energy come from, and how you can react and interact with it, which means everybody in this world is emitting certain level and frequency of energy. Because everything is made out of energy, we just talked about it, and I hope you agree, whether it's thought, emotion, or physical being, still made, the core of it is made, the base of it is made of, the essence of it is made of energy. So everybody is made of energy. So it is their energy that interacts with each other. So we are really supposed to be expert in understanding the energy of each other, of people. We're communicating through energy, not the words, just. Yes, that it gives a certain discipline, different language and so on. But we are communicating the energy with each other. And we are expert in feeling the energy. Many of us don't even talk with someone and we feel them. We understand how they feel. And we like them or we hate them, dislike them. Because we are expert to feel that energy that is extended from everybody to everybody. As universal energy from one end of the universe is flowing to the other end of the universe in all directions, it passes through us and we are becoming a conduit for it to be extended further, come through us and extend further. And so it is happening with the other people. So when we meet someone or we pass by someone, we feel their energy, even though no words have been passed, and we feel comfortable or discomfort because we absorb and pass through the energy through us. And we extend and others absorb and pass through themselves our energy, the energy that belongs to the universe but passes through us. So, no wonder, and because of the thought process of each person, the sequence of emotions that they have themselves, the intention that their neurons and material process in their brain is creating, they make you feel good because the energy that they produce, depending on what their intention, what their thoughts, what their processes, what their sequence of events in their interaction and in role in life is as they have created it. So we feel terrible about being around someone because they're emitting certain energy that is like garbage, sewage. And yet some other people are extending energy that is like meadows, flower, strong, happy, sporting, a fresh, strong, helpful, positive energy. And that's why you hate or like someone. It's not necessarily because of their looks, And you know some people do look beautiful, yet you don't feel comfortable with them, you don't trust them, you actually hate them. Some people don't look so beautiful, but you like them and enjoy sitting with them. And someone could look nice, according to your taste, you know, nice and beautiful, it's just relative. And you could like them, and somebody also doesn't look the way you like, but you don't feel comfortable with, and you don't feel comfortable with them either. So it's all about the energy, not how we look, how we're packaged. So, therefore, if you feel uncomfortable after your breakup, let's say, it's because of the memories that you have carries a certain energy, and you're feeling that energy and you're reliving those energies. If somebody passes by you and you don't feel comfortable, you just want to get away, is because of the energy they're emitting. And you've noticed that when you're with some happy, nice children, you feel very comfortable with them because they have no mostly bad emotion or energy. So you're drawn to that positive, helpful, supportive energy. Or there's some people, you can't get closer to them than, let's say, 2 meters, 6 feet. You don't feel comfortable when you get closer to them. And there are some people that you interact with them and you can be as close as nose to nose pretty much, you know, and you feel comfortable because the energy is helpful to help things grow and develop. And that's a good energy. That's the people that you want to be around. It's an environment, that the surroundings that you enjoy to be around. That's why most of us feel good around animals, around horses, dogs, because they don't have any hidden agenda. They don't want to be more. They don't have any jealousy. They're not comparing themselves with the other. Their energy is just as pure as started from one end of the universe and passes through them and continues to the other ends of the universe. Help things grow and develop. So the energy has no stumbling block. It doesn't change, transform into any negativity or any bad sewer type of energy. So you feel good with animals. But yet in humans, because of different mentalities, material process, ways of thinking and emotions and thoughts that they generate according to what their shortcomings and so on are, their needs for attention, to be more or compare, to destroy somebody, to look good, all that within them creates and emits certain energy that when you're near them, you do or do not feel good. So when you remember the memories about whether it's an ex or whatever else and you don't feel good, or you feel good, or you pass by somebody, you don't feel good, or you feel good, it's all about the interaction and the flow of the two rivers. Your energy is one river, their energy is another, and when they meet, depends on which flow of the river is stronger, that overtakes this one and turns this flow also back in this way. So the key is, you must help train to make your energy flow stronger than the other river that you meet. Meaning, if you understand how the flow of the energy in the universe works, and train and be able to increase the conflux and that flow with the energy of the universe, you will be emitting a stronger river of energy, a better positive. And then if there is any negative energy by other people, negative thoughts, negative emotions that comes along your way as you travel in this journey of life, your flow of energy being stronger will overtake, and their bad energy, their emotion will not make you sad, because you have so much more power of positive energy that flows and overtakes their flow of energy. Your river wins over them and corrects that stink of the energy that some people actually emitting, which makes you uncomfortable, makes you not want to be around someone, makes you not want to think about certain memories because the energy of it bad. So if you create that energy through yourself, that conflux with the energy of the universe, energy of the nature, you will always have this stronger energy flow that helps you develop and advance and helps anything else around you, flowers, people, also expand and advance and develop and grow. And that's the way of the nature, to help things grow and develop and be a positive support to them. And in this way, you will also be immune to the negative energy that is being emitted by others, possibly that you meet in your life, their intentions on, or the memories that you remember that are making you sad, because your flow of energy is so strong and you're so pure and helpful and supportive to you, that doesn't let you be affected or influenced by the oncoming flow of bad energy towards you, as yours is a stronger flow. So we need to practice to understand what this energy is like, how we can become one with it, how we can help ourselves to become and have a stronger flow of positive energy. And that is how we will eventually, one of these times, I will create a meditation tape that we can all together meditate together, understand how we can increase the flow of the nature, flow of the energy of the universe through ourselves and become stronger, more vibrant, healthier, and at the same time more tolerant, because we're more powerful. Our flow of energy is more powerful, and therefore we become more in harmony with the flow of the energy of the universe, and we'll be able to endure all the smelly energies that we could be encountering in our daily life. So again, remember, it's the energy of the memory that makes you feel the way you feel, and to remedy that, you have to increase your abilities and your powers of emitting and extending and flowing the energy of the universe that passes through you, and with that power you can overcome the negative energies that is coming towards you, whether by people or by the things that are happening through life or by the memories that comes to your mind. I hope it was something for you to enjoy and ponder, and perhaps sometime soon we will have some meditation moments that we can learn how to increase this flow of energy. And it's been also explained in one of the chapters of the book where it says about meditation, and it talks about how to meditate and how to increase this conflux and this flow of the energy that helps us all develop and grow and be a better catalyst for other things in this universe and this nature in our life to grow and develop and be in more harmony with us and we with them. So on that note, hope you enjoyed this bit of a talk, and I'll talk to you soon.